So the next deck we're playing here is a Frostbite Midrange. This is an archetype that's been in the game for a while, possibly since the beginning. I don't know. When I started playing, it was considered the best deck in the format at the time. And though it has fallen off a little bit, I still think it's quite reasonable, and it's another one of the decks I've enjoyed the most playing this game so far, even though I only started playing it around now when it's kind of lost a little bit of its former glory. But as the name suggests, this deck is centered around the Frostbite mechanic. Frostbite is an ability that temporarily sets a unit's power to 0 for the round. So we're using a lot of cards that induce this effect on our opponent's cards and taking advantage of the various synergies the other cards in our deck have with that. So two examples here, two of our units, this Trifarian Glory Seeker and Rhyme Wolf here, these very reasonable challenger units. Trifarian Glory Seeker being a 2-mana 5/1, so oftentimes by itself it has to trade with whatever it's challenging since it only has 1 toughness, but with the Frostbite mechanic, this allows this thing to kill very big units and then still surviving for us to use on a later turn and to kill one of our opponents, kill another unit of our opponents. Rhyme Wolf was designed explicitly for Frostbite in mind. This automatically kills anything that it strikes with the power of 0. So effectively giving it a death touch against frostbitten units here, if you're familiar with the Magic the Gathering term. Of course, we're pairing all of these Frostbite effects with Ash. She levels up when you frostbitten 5 or more enemies, becoming a little bit bigger and creating this crystal arrow, which can allow us either to punch through for lethal amounts of damage on turns, because Ash is level mode says that enemies with 0 power can't block. So oftentimes the way games with this deck work out is we're building up our forces, we're controlling the board, trading effectively with our opponent's key units, and then we get a leveled Ash on the board, and then we punch through with our big units like Avaros and Hearthguard and the things that it buffs from its effect, or things like the Enraged Yetis that our Avaros and Trappers create, and we just punch through for lethal amounts of damage because the opponent can't block our units. Other champion we're pairing this with, just the 2 of here, Sejuani. She frostbites something and gives it vulnerable when she comes into play, so a great way to not only enable Ash, but also control the board a little bit. She's also a pretty reasonable champion herself, 5/6 Overwhelm. Very scary lady. And other cards we have here to go with, a Culling Strike, another great card. So killing a unit with 3 or less power for 3 is pretty reasonable. There's a lot of key threats that we'd like to kill in this game that fit that criteria, but of course if they are bigger than 3 power, our Frostbite can cut them down and make Culling Strike essentially a 3-mana kill anything we want, which is very, very great. And then rounding out the deck are things like Avaros and Hearthguard. Giving everything in our deck +1/+1 means our deck has a little bit of an inevitability against smaller decks, because our units that we just start pumping out bigger and bigger forces that they can't deal with. And Trifarian Assessor here is a form of card advantage. Great way to sort of gas back up, refill our hand in the mid to late game after we've run out of things to play. One other thing I guess I'll mention, this newer card to the game, Troll Chant. Not only is this a great way to protect our threats by reducing the enemy's attack power, buffing our own units, Ash is one of our key threats in this game, so having ways to protect her is very vital. But the nice thing with Troll Chant, it has great synergy with cards like Culling Strike and even Rhyme Wolf, if it means getting our opponent's units' attack power down low enough for their effects to trigger. So I think it's a very clean, solid list. The question is it very good in this current format? And I think the overall consensus is that it's good, but not ridiculously overpowered, not top tier or anything, but reasonable enough if you enjoy kind of more grindy, mid-range style matches. And I do, so let's play it. Let's see how we do. We're going to play with in the normal ranked queue here. Start. Oh. Hey Adam, how's it going? Thanks for the words of encouragement. I haven't heard back from my sis just yet, but I'm sure we'll be playing Deus Ex within a couple hours. Thanks for stopping in and checking things out. So we'll keep Rhyme Fangwolf plus Troll Chant. It's nice to have protection for our units in the game early, just a nice solid combat trick. And Rhyme Fangwolf's a decent early drop. We wanted to draw into some more things to do in our first couple of turns, and we have, fortunately. Omen Hawk's pretty much the best card we would like to see on our first round.
I need just a moment.
Now we have a 6/2 Trifarian Glory Seeker. If they don't have something they want to throw away to this Seeker, then we just deal 7 damage to them on our first attack, which is very reasonable. Now we have a leveled Ash. That's nice. Catalyst. Ages. I think I'll just run out the Rhyme Fangwolf here. They seem to be a more controlling build, so we want to just run them down as quickly as possible. I would imagine we see a Frostbite here. Nope. Just gonna buff this then so it can deal the damage. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, taking 10 damage this round probably means we're gonna lose the game in the long run, so our opponent decides to pack it in. They definitely weren't out of the game, but can't blame them. Can't fully blame them for that concession. Did you know that when it's your turn, you can play a unit attack to cast spells? This is news to me. I think Harshwind's a bit expensive to keep in the opening hand. Can be very good in a matchup like this. They seem to be playing, you know, a more aggressively slanted deck. It's possible they're playing Ephemerals without Hecarim. Zed generates them, Callista benefits from them. They might just be a lower to the ground version, so I could potentially be a Deathmark deck. In which case I'm not sure. Flash Freeze with the Glory Seeker's not awful though. Yeah, let's keep this and see what we can do. They're likely not gonna trade. We'll just yeah. The 1 damage is not relevant. Do I want to bank spell mana is the question.
Victory requires a sharp blade. For glory, you are mine.
I think I actually trade here because
Remember me.
they're likely going to get 2/3 threes anyway, so I may as well just use this thing that can't block and get rid of one of their units. Just get it out of here.
Sharpen the blades.
Now next turn this can kill this one and we can Brittle Steel it to prevent us from losing our Glory Seeker. Said one is not
Face me.
Kinda struggling to find things to do with our mana every turn is the only problem. That's interesting. I think we Troll Chant? Or would I rather Flash Freeze? If I Troll Chant, it means we don't die to another one of those things, or if I Flash Freeze, it doesn't do anything. Let's Troll Chant. It means I can't use such an effect again. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. They spent a lot of cards getting that kill. Huh. I think we just need to spend our mana here and use this Glory Seeker as a cantrip.
This will be quick.
I think I'm just gonna gain 6 here. I'm use this as a gain 3. Chump block here. I think that's okay. Oh, now we have an Ash. That's interesting. Oh, okay. Our opponent didn't like their draw, so they're deciding that that's the game. if we can get another win and get that Piltover card back and then switch regions. Rewards. Oh, I just noticed the donation tracker says Adam and Val donated. Thanks a lot, guys. Unfortunately, I don't get a notification when people donate directly to my page. I think I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on it today. That might be what I need to do. I was hoping that tracker that I added would do that, but I guess it doesn't. Sorry I only noticed now, guys, but I really appreciate it. Maybe Braum Soraka. We dump all of these. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna find my link and make sure that I'm keeping an eye on it today. So let's start with the Avarice and Sentry, see what our opponent does.
In Avarosa's name.
We'll just attack. Oh, you're still around. Yeah, thanks for the dono. If you guys want, if you want, what am I trying to say here? Oh, here's an example when Culling Strike is going to be very, very reasonable. I think we want to do this now. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can get value off of Rhinefang Wolf first.
You leave me no choice.
We're obviously not going to block here. There's no need. If you, Adam, if you want a gift sub. Actually, first of all, can you tell me, did my page prompt you to give me your Twitch username? Because it should have.
Safeguard our homes.
Maybe this is greedy. I guess their deck does have a lot of ways to pump her up. Yeah, maybe this was wrong. I should have just Culling Strike. Okay, cool. At least I know that that's working then. Yeah, I should have just Culling Strike last round now that I think about it. I forgot kind of what the region they're playing. Like, I was thinking they have a lot of ways to buff her defensively, but they do have that Pale Cascade too to do it the other way. So that was definitely a mistake. That's fine.
Master the power of the stars. Master your healing.
I'm trying, but they keep wandering off.
Be at peace.
Show me your best.
Take heart.
I think this is
Our
worth
homeland.
blocking here.
We're all family here.
By the power of the stars.
It is easy, see?
Take heart.
Yeah, see, and if I had Culling Striked her last round, we would have had a Rhinefang Wolf still on the board, most likely, that could kill this Braum. So, getting really punished for my decision this game not to just take the easy kill there and try to be greedy. Try to be greedy.
Stand together.
I
Avarosa's name.
We probably can't win this game anymore, honestly. They're just gonna have infinite blockers that are always healing. But we'll see. They'll probably block these. We'll draw a couple cards.
Osu, help!
Since I have 2 harsh winds, I may as well use the one here, I think. It's probably pointless.
The Star Child. I'll clear a path for you.
Good to see you too, Vin. Live with purpose.
This thing is very, very large.
I feel better when you feel better.
They have a way to give this overwhelm. That would be hilarious.
Stars fall.
Round them up.
Good luck. Have fun.
Take heart. Live with purpose.
Stand and defend.
Well, I guess we try. And we'll do it again! The problem is they're drawing cards all the while, and we're, So they shouldn't have any more Pale Cascades, but they could have things like Brahms, whatchamacallit? Brahm has his spell,
Light the signal.
oh, it's Take Heart. I thought it was something else for some reason.
To heal and protect.
I'll leave that first part to you, Soraka.
They spent, I guess they didn't spend any cards, they just spent stuff.
Stand back.
We're not waste our time anymore with this match. It was a loss very early on. When I got greedy with my my Culling Strike, I think it was when we lost that game. Because our Rhyme Fang Wolf would have done work otherwise. I mean, granted, they ended up having a lot of ways to buff their unit's attack, so maybe not, but looks like they're also playing kind of a front. No, that looks like they're more of a controlling deck, although they have a kind of a. It's probably a one of Katarina in the deck to just as a way of closing games. Let's do this. Let's throw those back, see what we can draw. Okay, good solid curve here. 1, 2, 3. You can't do that.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
Tell me what I can and can't do. Okay, that's not bad. They are random.
Debate.
I could have put this in play as an attacker that I can deal more damage with, but I think we'll end up having to save this to kill one of their threats, like that. I think we just bank the spell mana here. That's a pretty good draw because it's a cheap 5-cost unit that's gonna let us
What did you catch?
get a card draw with this Assessor.
I'll knock 'em dead.
If they attack here, I'll just take the damage. Our life total doesn't really matter in this matchup.
Bow to your king.
Because when they win by miles, not inches. We need to race them. So we just skip the block here.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Play this, we'll see if they have an avalanche. They do. So all we need to do, we'll save her. I'm okay losing the 1/1, and then I'm okay losing the 2/1 and drawing a card.
A little snowball. Light the signal fires.
Ooh, Sedge is a really good draw. Huh. Do we want to play her first? I think so.
You own what you take.
Sure. So I can save the Glory Seeker, which I think is the plan. Yeah, I think I want to save the Glory Seeker. Now, they could have things in their arsenal that can stop this, potentially, so I'd rather attack with here. It means getting less... That's the same amount of damage anyway, I guess. We're definitely going to play Trifarian Assessor immediately if our opponent does this. I could get greedy and play the Glory Seeker first, but I'm
earned the right to call themselves Trifarian.
Battering Ram. That's interesting. This means that this Glory Seeker trades with it next round? Sure. Okay, that's fine. We have another Sejuani in hand to deal damage with. Probably play her this next round. That's also an option. It's not bad. If they play an Ice Quake, do I care? No, because I just play the Hearthguard and then kill their Ice Pillar.
Knocked and ready.
Where's our Ash at here? Only 2 out of 5, eh? This is a third.
Line up.
Just playing that as a blocker, I guess. Okay, now they can't Ice Quake. They could still Avalanche though, which would be really bad. So do I want to play Sedge? I think so.
Carved from the savage cold.
Okay. That's a really cool animation. So we're definitely going to hook this.
Born for conquest.
This will hook.
I'll show you how it's done.
We just want to push damage here. That's not so good.
Many tribes under one banner.
I guess I could have done that pre-combat in the hopes of killing them there, but it was risky. She's not even close to leveling, which is really sad. If we top deck a Harsh Winds, we could win.
Knock 'em dead. Smashing.
Oh, I was really hoping you would attack with Trundle. Don't think we can trade the Ash here. Well, what happens if we do? Nothing really. They're gonna get 2 more units at the start of their turn, so like I don't. Oh, why didn't I play this?
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Well, there's the Harsh Winds. Yeah, I guess we open on attacks here and hope it's enough. Remember that I should have had a Trifarian Glory Seeker here for when I lose this game.
Avarosa, guide me! Avarosans, stand together!
Let's talk about your tab.
Look out for Reavers.
Oh, okay. So they have something really big to stop her. That's sad. We'll just pretend that our opponent had the other thing in hand that they would have needed to save them there. Okay, cool. Sounds good. I'll be here, obviously. I'm going to switch regions anyway now, since we're right about there. Probably should finally start working on Targon. More Frostbite mid-range. Go! Yeah, should have had a 5-1 in play when I made that open attacks. Then they would have needed 2 Frostbite cards to stop me from killing them. There's a good chance they had it anyway, but... or some other way to stop us from winning. But obviously, I didn't do myself any favors by messing that up. I think we're definitely going to go Omen Hawk, Trifarian Glory Seeker, and hope that they don't have a way to interact with it, so we can deal 5.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Nothing escapes my
And they do, unfortunately. I don't think it's worth throwing away the Glory Seeker. Let's try something else first.
You can see the Demacian border from here.
Let's switch things up. I'm definitely going to
I'll cut them up. You're mine.
do this.
Ready the torches. Alert the village.
They might be fine with that exchange because they could have a Trundle in hand, and they just wanted to play him one turn ahead of curve. If not, then it was a strange play. I think I'm supposed to just pass here rather than play out more threats into an avalanche.
Eyes to meet.
Well, I can play this.
One Freljord.
He can't attack into it unless he has Troll Chant. Actually, I think this is a reason to play Sedge.
Today we fight as one. Avarosa, stand together.
Still did 10 damage though, so pretty good. Narrow Star Shaping deck, of course, though, so they can heal up a little bit. Our hand's pretty stacked though. Second Eversen Hearthguard means that every card, every unit in our deck will have +2/+2. So that's pretty good. The question is, though, will it be enough, and can we race? Can we race them before they get to their big dragon, their big space dragon? Do I want to hold this up? Potentially, I can, even if I play this.
Strength is yours. I'll knock 'em dead. This is gonna be fun.
This doesn't even save my guy. And there's a good... does it put him out of range of another troll chant? It doesn't. So I think I'm just supposed to let it go. I think I'm just supposed to let this go. We're gonna pass for now.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
So close. I can kill a... I mean, we can still potentially kill that Mind Splitter. It just depends on what they have. Alright, let's start with this.
I will unite the Freljord.
Today, Ash, you'll see true leadership.
Okay, that's what they got off of that star shaping. We can actually Frostbite that despite the spell shield. How do we want to do it? He's almost certainly not going to block with the Mind Splitter unless we force him to. Which we're not really able to do this round, I would say.
Chaos!
Locked and ready.
Do we want to replace a Glory Seeker with a Glory Seeker? A bigger Glory Seeker? Probably. No. Crap, we don't have enough. Well, I could do it. I could do it that way. I think that's worth trying. Okay, we attack with everything, I think.
Show me a target.
We want to keep Ash. Well, we want to try to kill this. Ash is killing that. So let's try this. See what he wants to do. I'm supposed to probably hook this here, actually. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just block with everything. Thinking about it like he has Troll Chant, so yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright, it's probably game over then. I think we really needed to kill that Mind Splitter to stand a chance, and even then
Left me alone.
probably wouldn't have been enough. So without us killing the Mind Splitter there, I'm okay just going into another round. This is probably the last deck of this session, at least. There's a chance that we can come back to Runeterra later in the day, but it sounds like we're going to be starting the ASX very soon. I think I like Culling Strike with the Iceveil Archer in hand. It's also a fairly aggressive 2-drop, so I think it's keepable. No turn 1 feels bad, I suppose. We have a decent turn 2 and 3, or 2 and 3 that we may choose. Okay. 2 Trappers
Nothing
means
escapes my watch.
cheap 1/5s off the top of our deck. If we can draw into those quickly, then we can
The trap is set.
maybe go wide on him very quickly. They have a lot. Their deck has access to a lot of healing, though.
In Avarosa's name.
It's probably deal 5, and he's probably going to Catalyst of Aeons to heal 3. Yep. And ramp. Oh, there's one Yeti.
These are troll lands.
This looks like an Icevale Archer Culling Strike turn.
A chill in the air.
As much as I want to play that Yeti, I think in the end, killing this Trundle now is just gonna really help our game plan. Obviously, you could have another one, but... And I think we open attacks here because, yes, we could play more stuff out, but I think we just net more damage this way. Maybe not.
These stories were true.
I suppose it's bad if he plays Avalanche, but it's not even that bad then. And if he plays another blocker, we can just set its power to 0 this round. Get in for a big hit. Or he could spend all his mana killing our 5/5. I like that. So the question is, do we want to deal... I'm either playing the Trapper to deal another 3 damage to him and put another 5/5 in our deck, or we could deal another 5 damage to him and give up this Frostbite. I think the Frostbite in the end might have might have value, so I think I want to do this. It's not the greatest draw when we don't have any 5-cost units in play. Kinda wish she was a 5-cost. Or had a 5 power, excuse me. She's a 5-cost, but I wish she had 5 power. So that she would at least cantrip. Yeah, I'm okay with this. This signals that he has,
What did we catch?
he has the deal one, he has a Withering Wail, which could be very bad. Okay, that's suggestive of no Withering Wail.
They walked around.
Now the question is, do I spend my mana now just to cantrip this, or do I just play a couple of these things out? I feel like I want to... I don't know. What's the chances of this drawing more than one card this game and it being relevant? Seems like it's pretty unlikely. We don't need to bank the spell mana this turn. The Sentry's not super great.
Few earn the right to call themselves Trifarian.
Alright, sure. That makes me feel better about playing it, I suppose. I think this is another open attacks. If he has a blocker, he could play the Ice Pillar. The Ice Pillar would be annoying. If he plays any other threat, we can just Frostbite it, so that's not bad. I feel like we're not going to get in as much damage, though. I think it's an open attacks. I'm feeling like this is an open attacks kind of turn. Double Harsh Wind, sure. Do I want to give up this 3/1 for their 1/1? I think so.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
It would have been more mana efficient to use the Troll Chant, but I think I need to save this for a more pivotal moment. Or something more pivotal. Pivotal moment, something better. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, that's 10 damage. This is a stop you from attacking with it this turn at least. We don't have a way to take advantage of that. I think this is another playing Trifarian Assessor out for draw one.
Serve.
Ooh, okay. No, I think we try to go wide here. That is a flash freeze though. Alright. If they play an Ice Quake, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna lose everything but this 5/5. And the Rhyme Fang Wolf if I decide to save it with Troll Chant. And then we're probably not having a good time. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to open on attacks here.
In Avarosa's name.
I've carved meat bigger than you.
Kings and vagrants alike will fall.
Let's talk about your tag. I've carved meat bigger than you. Let's talk about your tag. I've carved meat bigger than you.
I heard you the first 20 times. Okay, there's the whale. Whale puts him down. He's still down to 6. I draw a card. I mean, this doesn't do much. It saves him from dying, but I don't think I need to respond to this.
I misjudged.
Come on in.
We fight for one Freljord.
Alright. I was hoping for a unit there. We're in an awkward position in the sense that I kind of have to save this flash freeze to stop us from dying to an atrocity. Which is a card he's very likely running and wouldn't surprise me if it was in his hand right now. Okay. So we have things to block. So let's do this.
All who stand in my way shall fall.
Am I blocking this? It goes back to his hand.
I'll protect the villages.
He's gonna play Avalanche now? Sure. I just saved both of my guys, right? Sejuani, but she has Overwhelm and Vulnerable, which gets blockers out of the way. I don't know. Is that good enough? What happens if he has Ice Quake? This will get to level up and we can't Overwhelm through. I'm probably just supposed to open on attacks. Yet again.
Today we fight as one!
I guess I don't win like this though, right? Because these two are only doing 8. Never mind, we don't win anyway. Do we have to try to save our Wolfie?
I'm not done!
Warm hearts and hot soup.
It's like infinite healing for our opponent. They're probably gonna play the if they play Ledros, we can sedge
Can't stop
that.
me!
Stay back.
I know a challenge when I see one.
Let rage fill your soul!
Okay.
Who's gonna close up?
Both teams tried hard,
That is all.
but I think they win. I think our oh crap, I don't even have enough mana to play both
I
cards.
will lead the way.
Alright, so we're just dead then.
Not just flesh, rage incarnate. Till the end.
Good to go already? Okay. Alright. I am only noticing that now. When did you say this? How do I get timestamps in this Streamlabs? Oh, okay, about 3 minutes ago. Okay, cool. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to just stretch for a bit and then get water and then we'll start. We'll connect first and make sure everything's optimal before starting. Okay, with that then, that'll be the last match for the Frostbite deck. And the last match of Runeterra for the day, most likely. Alright.